on TikTok live number 20. TT live number 20. What's up, fam? What's up, friends? Here we go. What's today? 5th of January. I'm sorry, 5th of February. What's up, friends? Got the Stony Brook Dental School hat on, representing Stony Brook. That's where I went to dental school prior to residency. Yeah, we're on. Daniel joined, Orlando Herrera joined, Medu6 Sports joined, Bethany, Ruth, Trish, Mitch. What's up, dog? What's up, Mitch? What's up, Mitch? Ray joined. What's going on? What's going on, everyone? What's up, fam? How's everyone doing? Joe joined. Bradley joined. Boston Bruin says he or she is very gassy tonight. Oh, all right. Starting off with a little bit of odor, huh? A little bit of aroma. Starting off the podcast with some aroma. All right, Boston Bruin. Well, I hope that gets better. Maybe you need to get some Pepto, maybe a little bit of Mylanta. Mylanta's been my go-to, especially for acid reflux. You know what I mean? Mitch, hope you had a good day, dog, and drank water. Yeah, I drank a lot of water. Thanks, man. And 3 cups of coffee. 3 big cups of coffee. Victoria Rose just sending some positive energy your way. Thanks, Victoria. You too. Hey, I've been doing positivity on the podcast in the mornings if you want to check that out. It's called Mango Motivation, MHA for mental health awareness, trying to start off some people's days with some positivity if you want to check that out. Boston Bruin, he is on the porcelain throne, got some dude wipes. What? Omer, fave max facts. What are my favorite max facts? Or, I mean, just in general? What? Boston Bruin, the mint flavored ones? Victoria Rose, I'll check it out. Thanks, Victoria. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the podcast. Sometimes I interview some guests like dentists or surgeon. That's usually who I have guests with. We interviewed a employment attorney the other day for dentists, people in healthcare, what to know before you sign that contract with your employer. Unfortunately, in dentistry and in healthcare, you don't know this before you go in, but they have these restrictive covenants where you can't work for a certain number of years within a certain radius, like a distance from the practice or hospital that you work at. I thought that was crazy. That's not in other industries. How is that allowed, right? It prevents patient care because if you change practices and it's within like the 30-mile radius that the hospital or the dental practice gives you, you can't just say like, look, I've been following your care for a while now. We work well together. I've been taking care of you forever. I'm opening my own practice. Come on over and help. Some of these comments, man. Come on over and we'll change practices. And the restrictive covenant prevents that. So it literally prevents patient care and it protects a big corporation, which is I think perpetually becoming an ever increasing issue in healthcare. Because it takes away a lot of the power and it creates a middleman to healthcare. So anyway, Mitch, Boston Brewing, yes, bro, I got the same, dog. Mitch, mint dude wipes are the best. Ricky, does the sun sit lean? I don't know what that means. Omer, nah, you're my fave max facts. Inspired me to go down the path after my BDS. Oh, Omer, thanks, man. Oh, that's really kind of you. I appreciate that, man. It's very nice. Lucas, does a bear, in the woods? If it does anyone hear it? What is that if a tree falls in the woods but no one's around to hear it? Does it actually make any noise? Have you ever heard of that expression? Is that the right expression? If someone can fill that in, I think I might just keep the hat on with my hat here. I'm keeping the hat on. All right. Riley Kralokowski, could a lesion near the jugular foramen cause symptoms similar to torticollis in adults? That's a great question. I don't think so. Though, actually. Nope. I don't think so. Ham got the number one thing, just got the number one gifter badge. Oh, sweet. Congrats, Ham. And thank you. Ham also sent a rose. Thanks, Ham. I appreciate that. MC Moraes asked, what's your debt? So actually, I am fortunate. My parents worked very hard, and unfortunately, my they would have been siblings. 3 of them didn't make it. So more than you asked for, but as an only child, they supported me, and I don't have debt. I'm very fortunate, very lucky. Although I do understand the burden as much as I can. I do understand the pain, the stress of financial responsibilities with that. And I put out videos on what to do, what I would do if I did have debt, for example, how I would go about doing that. Even during residency, I was selling my dental instruments that we had to buy from college. I still have probably 25% of them in the corner right over here. And now look, it's not going to pay back your loans, but it's going to help kind of alleviate some of the burden month to month that puts you more into debt, right? Or prevents payments back. So I do try and help where I can with the overall problem of student loan debt, right? So I'm trying to help, right? So I also don't like how people tend to shun those without student debt, which is really messed up. It makes no sense. Very inappropriate. But D, what do you ask the barber for? Oh, I don't know. I do the trim on the top, and I get buzzed on the sides. He knows me. It's Jay the barber. He's out in Center Reach, the Center Reach area, right past Route 112, east of Route 112 on Long Island, and that's where I've been going. I've been going there for like, wow, 7-8 years now. 8 years. I've been going there for 8 years. That's crazy. I went for a bit in the city here to get trimmed because for 2 years I had my hair long. But Eli, religious. I consider myself religious. I pray before I go to bed at night. I listen to Our Daily Bread podcast in the mornings to start my day off. I haven't gone to church since right around the pandemic, though. So I do my prayers on my own time. I do it that way. Jim, D1 here. How competitive was OMFS to get into? The most competitive. People don't understand how competitive it is until they take the CBSE. And then ortho is also very competitive. Orthodontics, extremely competitive. Maliciously competitive too. Yeah. And a lot of these residencies, the specialties, they get very competitive. It's not great. Kylie Culver, is that how you live in Manhattan? What do you mean? Is that how I live? How I live in Manhattan? Heath 2002. What dental school did you go to, and did you like it? That's the key question, isn't it? I went right here, Stony Brook Dental School. It's out on Long Island in New York. Did I like it? I liked some of my best friends from dental school. I got to spend some time with certain mentors of me at that school. Did I like the school? Now that's a bigger, and it also got me into oral surgery, helped get me into oral surgery. I worked hard, but it also gave me the access and opportunity to get into oral surgery. So I like that part about Stony Brook Dental School. The dental school was in a transitioning time, I would say it. The dean and stuff at the time, there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on, and it's on the way back to getting better. I really do believe in that. Jade's Nuts asks, were you thinking of other specialties in dental school? So I was looking into them for a while. I was really just kind of in between oral surgery or general at some point, right? Omer, hey, I had a question. After my BDS, I wanted to go back to Canada and get my NDEB. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the Canadian stuff. Bienvenido to nothing. Why do some OMFS do DDS/MD? Well, so in America, remember, oral surgery and maxillofacial surgery is combined into one. It's oral and maxillofacial surgery here. It's only through the dentistry route, though. You can't get into oral surgery via the medical route. Only through dentistry, right? And now there are 2 tracks. Both are oral maxillofacial surgeons, but one is 6 years, and those extra 2 years you get your MD. The other one is 4 years, and you don't get your MD. 99% of oral surgeons do the same oral and maxillofacial surgery when they finish residency. You don't need your MD. They do all the same things, and so for one, I picked the 4 year just because I want to get it over with quicker. Why do you want to stay in school? You know what I mean? If you all end up doing the same things anyway, and I can get into fellowship, go into academics. We all do the same surgery, so it's not a limitation by any means. Bienvenido. Stony Brook got, wow. Stony got so many health professions programs. It does. Stony Brook, they say, is the top university on Long Island. And I would agree with that. for sure, for certain. What other program or university in general has all the programs and such, has the prestige as Stony Brook? None of them do. None of them do. You know what I mean? Bienvenido. SM, would going to a newer school put you at a disadvantage when applying for specialties? It can potentially, because the history of that dental school isn't as established, right? And therefore residency programs might not, maybe it's not necessarily true. Like Toro, for example, is newer, but they do place a select few into residency programs, into specialty programs, right? So it's not entirely, certain, but in general, I would say that's, they look at historical programs that have a better track record. Wolverisk asks favorite scrub color. I'm liking the light blue. The problem is I sweat a lot. I sweat a lot in the pits. So lighter colors generally leave more pit stains quicker and longer. They don't evaporate as quick. So we usually go with darker shirts just in general on top, not scrub color. But I do like the scrub color. Ra 16 asks, the doctor I worked with Tuesdays went to Stony Brook too, and I don't think he liked it that much. Well, there you go. It is a smaller dental school, though, so you generally get more clinical attention than at a larger dental school. That seems to hold true too as well. But they did no effort to try and like they were threatening us, not threatening, but like they were saying like, oh, we might make it ranked pretty soon, because it was unranked, and ranking, especially at a small school, just makes everything so much worse for mental health issues, stress during dental school, on top of all the studies you got to do anyway. It doesn't make sense, and not much thinking ahead as far as like the stressful environment, mental health during dental school, professional schooling. Not much of that. Bienvenido to nothing. Have you ever heard of dental therapists? That does sound familiar, but I'm not familiar. I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with what it is though. Bienvenido to nothing, bro. You skipped my question. Which question? I've I've repeated like 4 or 5 of your questions. Why is your tongue purple? Doesn't look purple to me. Rayleigh Lovely Goblin asks, why is your tongue purple? I don't think it's purple. Bienvenido to nothing just asked again. You just cut out and I missed out on what you said. Well, I can't change your Wi-Fi, dude. MC Moraz asks, do you think non-traditional applicant for dental school is too hard? No. It's not too hard. In fact, it will be beneficial on your interviews. It will, because you could talk from outside of the box from your other experiences. And I think that'll relate really well with whoever's interviewing you. From my experiences, we had in my dental school class, we had a girl from Juilliard. She was like a professional pianist before dental school. We had another girl who was, for about 6-7 years, she was in finance, in accounting, finance area before dental school. Plenty of non-traditionals going on there. I think it's great. I think it's outstanding. Super cool. Gaska said, I'm getting my wisdom tooth extracted in a couple weeks. Local versus general anesthesia. Male in the 30s. So general anesthesia takes place in the hospital. I think you mean IV sedation, right? Where you get either one's fine. Either one should be fine. Whatever gets you more comfortable. You know what I mean? If so for sedation, if like smokers, IV drug abusers, morbidly overweight patients, generally not a good idea to get sedation, right? But other than that, depending on what your airway looks like, it might be a safe option, and it's going to entirely depend on your surgeon from there, okay? Bienvenido to nothing. So it's just for the title or what? Oh, it's for this as the DDS and MD? In some cases, yeah, I would say it's kind of just for the title. Depending on what you use it for, it depends on when you get that degree, the MD, on in addition to your DDS is what you get in dental school. DDS or DMD is what you get in dental school, right? Then you go into oral surgery, and then you could get your MD if you're in the 6-year track, or you don't. You just get a certification in the 4-year track. That's what I'm getting, right? So I'm an oral surgeon. I don't have to get it. Something knee frog. I saw you on one of those apartment tour videos. Yeah. That was Juan with That Was Epic. He came to the apartment complex. I just got home from work and I had to run back. I was on call. And yeah, I showed him the we got Twitch. I got Twitch over there open too, guys. If you want to, if you can follow me on Twitch, let me know. We could touch base there. I've been recording like when I'm doing work and studying and stuff. I'm studying for the boards in a couple weeks. Get me on Twitch. It's at Dr. Gallagher with the _2. Get me on Twitch. We could touch base there too while I'm studying. While you're studying, I'll do like the study with me, whatever desk work. Tyler UTCSA for OMFS. It's a good program. Actually, I know someone who just got into there from NYU College Dentistry. She did. I think. Yeah, Claudia. I think she got into there. Yeah. So I think it's a good program. I don't know too much about it. I know Houston more. Great program. Guy from Stony Brook got into Houston my year. Omer, any ameloblastoma removals? Yeah. We've done that. We've done that here. We've done ameloblastoma. Luke Predental. What's up, Luke? What's up, Luke? Oh, guys. By the way, this is big news. Now what I'm doing is the top 3 listeners to the TikTok live chats, I'm putting into the caption on YouTube, podcast. So if you were to rewatch, this is TikTok 20, right? This is TikTok live number 20 under my podcast and YouTube channel. If you're to watch this later, you're going to see if you were in the top 3 listeners, I'm going to put you in the caption. All right. So I thought that's pretty cool. And some of you guys I see every time, like, Luke, you're on here every time. If you're one of the top 3 listeners on this, you'll be in that. So it's my appreciation to you guys, Have you heard much about UPitt Dental? Yeah. In fact, on our students and dentistry team, Sarah went to University of Pittsburgh. She's from North Carolina. She's at University of Houston, San Antonio for dental school now. She's in the DDS PhD program. So yeah. And so she's there, but she went to University of Pittsburgh and was in the pre-dental club there. So yeah, I know about UPitt. In fact, I got another friend there who's at the Pittsburgh, but yeah, cool place too. We had the ASDA annual session there. I mean, this is going back 3, 4, 5 years now, but yeah. Wolverix, I'm in the top 5% of my class at NYU Dental. Do you think OMFS should be easily attainable? So easy is one word I wouldn't put towards describing attaining OMFS, like matching into OMFS, right? Top 5% class, you have a great shot. Now, what's your CBSE score? How many externships have you done? That would be my next question for you. Make sense? You know what I mean? Let me know what you think. Finns Bricks asks, would you ever do a dental anesthesiology residency? Is that a thing? It is a thing. Would I do it? No. I would either I'm in oral surgery, right? I'm in oral surgery residency now. Got a year and a half left. Less than a year and a half left now. I would have done this or general dentistry. That's it. Bienvenido to nothing. Would OMFS or ENT do rannular removals? Yeah, both can do rannular removals, yeah. Bienvenido to nothing said it was your Wi-Fi. Oh, sure. Yeah, blame it on my Wi-Fi. I paid the bill this month. I paid it. Bienvenido to nothing is okay, though. Yeah, we're just, we're shooting the breeze, Luke, Predental, Bienvenido to nothing. His connection is fine. Correct, User 18123. Any tips for staying sane while waiting to hear back from dental schools? Yes. Travel, read books, do another job. I was music producing. I was working 3 jobs during my gap year, waiting to hear from dental schools. I would be also you in this position if you're waiting to hear back from dental schools. I would actually contact dental schools. I would be like, hey, I just wanted to. I literally did this. Hey, whatever his name, Miss Brown. Hey, Miss Brown. I submitted an application. This is 2 months ago. I just wanted to make sure that all of the application was together in one, with the DAT score. Sometimes it can come in a little bit later from the rest of the application. By any chance, I don't want to cause you too much, on top of your day. I'm sure you're busy. Could we see would you be able to help me find out to make sure that all my application did come through? Something along those lines. Get your application at the top of the pile. You know what I mean? One of those little tips and tricks. You know what I mean? User 18123, what made you choose Stony Brook? They have, of all the residencies I applied to, NYU, Toro, Buffalo, Rutgers, and Stony Brook, those 5 that I got interviews at, Stony Brook has the best match percentage into specialties. Stony Brook had the smallest class size, so better for clinical training. It was close to home. close to my home. I was able to see my grandmother had cancer during that time, and I was able to, get out and go visit her every so often. I have videos. I used to play the violin for her and my grandfather. That was awesome. Especially during Christmas time. That was great. So, a couple of those reasons. And I'm from New York, so in-state tuition versus like Rutgers, for example, or NYU private school. So those were the top reasons why I did that, and got me into the residency I wanted to. So it worked out in my favor. Thank God. Thank Jesus. Running Wild 4321 asked, I haven't seen your daily TikTok blogs lately. Still doing them? No, so I put them on pause. I gotta say it's caused such friction with residency. I don't know, the healthcare industry in general, they do kind of shun social media for whatever reason. I think it's very immature. I think it's very professional to do social media and give back to the profession itself, to teach patients and the community at large what your specialty is, what dentistry is, oral hygiene, just simple things. I think it's so important, and it's just really frustrating when traditional people in the healthcare space shun it and look down upon you if you make that. And in residency situation where you're under the umbrella of the institution itself, you're under multiple institutions because we cover 3 separate hospitals: a government hospital, a public hospital, and a private hospital, as well as the dental school itself. You're underneath upper level residents that can completely just haze you and such. I'm not saying it did or didn't happen to me, but what I'm saying is there's been a lot of friction from my experiences with on the institutional level, from an attending level, your boss level, as well as upper residents that are higher up than you. All the levels, I've had friction in the past, and it's just I want to do them. It's just I'm starting a new project. I'm going on podcasts and LinkedIn content now. And I will do this in the future. You have to be conscientious with how much friction it's causing you in your daily life. It's just too much. I'm going to try and do it again in the future. I don't know when, sooner or later. Am I going to wait till after I graduate? I don't know. I gotta adjust and think about all these, checks and balances of all the friction versus smooth sailing, in the daily life, especially in a residency with the stress, the amount of work on top. I'm going into chief year that I'm trying to prepare for too. I want to do them, especially in this institution. It's been a lot of friction. So that's what I have to say about that. Ian Mahones asked, any tips to prepare for someone going their first year of OMFS residency? Yes. Don't just relax. Travel. Enjoy the rest of your dental school right now. Congrats, by the way, Ian, getting into OMFS. I would try and enjoy the rest of your year before starting as much as possible. Travel, spend time with friends, family, things of those sorts, right? Don't be like studying to prepare. You'll get there. You'll get there. User one, I said that one. Jace Clark, difference between DDS and DMD. There's no difference. It's just one stands for Doctor of Dental Surgery. The other is Doctor of Medicine in Dentistry. The literal word is that, but the meaning, it's the same thing. Just in like 1860 something, Harvard wanted to branch off. Instead of, they all traditionally did DDS. Harvard wanted to do DMD to be special. Some dental schools followed suit. Some stayed. Right. Omer, what things would you recommend as an extracurricular when I apply for OMFS, like sports, etc.? Externships, a good CBSE score. Involvement. You could use research as an adjunct, but it's going to come down to what school you're coming from, your letters of recommendation, externships, your CBSE score, on top of that GPA and ranking. Those are going to be the top several things right there. Wolverix, does undergrad research help when applying to residency? I mean, it could. That's not the make or break. That's very low on the totem pole of priorities when you're applying for residency. It just is. Ian Mahone, okay, thank you, my dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, you got it. And congrats again. Good stuff. What else we got? What else we got, fam? What else we got? Luke, predental, any topics that should be saved for the secondary app essays instead of the main personal statement? No. All of it into the personal statement. Anything you got going there, don't reserve anything for something that might not even get read. You know what I mean? JV, happy Sunday, Canadian King. Are you referring to the hockey Brendan Gallagher? That's funny. Oh man, that's funny. You know, we were both 11. I played basketball in college, and I was number 11, and he's number 11 as a pro hockey player. That's wild. That's wild. Stormy King joined. What's up? Denise Carrillo joined. Oh, real quick. Something I was listening to a podcast the other day, yesterday. No, actually over the weekend. It was 2 hours long, so it took me a few days to get through. But it had Dr. Ali Abdil, and one of the things that came up as far as productivity goes, and kind of harnessing the excitement of getting things done. You know, sometimes the day, whether it's your day job, school, residency, dental school, it gets very monotonous. One of the concepts he mentioned for productivity was gamification, turning your daily routine, the monotonous grind, if you will, into gamification, like turning it into a game, like getting up a little bit earlier so I can get a few more questions in today, which will get me closer to getting that higher score on that exam, for example. Or for me right now, I'm trying to really work on podcast material, right? I'm talking about review on topics. The question of the day, review and an explanation. My question of the day that I put up on Instagram, LinkedIn, and so forth. I do the explanations for those questions of the day on podcast, only on podcast. So I think that could be helpful. But I do another one that I call Mango Motivation, and I go over like a quote or some concept or topic or idea, just to kind of start your day on the right foot. I listen to a Christian podcast in the mornings that it's like 3-4 minutes. Well, now within a minute, I'm trying to give you something, a little quote or something to start your day on the right foot. Check it out if you like it. If you don't, let me know. But I really think it's a good idea, especially this year. 2024 is going to be a big year for a number of things that haven't started yet. Positivity, starting your day in positivity, not just like scrolling through Instagram, not just going right to the phone. I really think starting your day on your own foot, on your own terms, is super important, whether it's a workout, whether it's eating healthy, whether it's listening to a good podcast, prayers in the morning, right? Just to give you a number of things. I want to give you the best for you to succeed, okay? And by the way, everyone on here, thank you for coming on the podcast today, onto the live session. Recording it, the top 3 people on the podcast, you guys, I'm putting on the live session. I'm putting you in the caption of the podcast when I repost. This is TikTok Live number 20. I'll be posting it to podcast and YouTube later. So if you are in the top 3, I'm putting you in there. All right. Next thing was Omer said, so GPA, referral, and school matter the most. Yes, GPA, CBSE, letters of recommendation, and the school, as well as externships. Also, what do you mean by referral? As in who it's coming from? Yeah, like it. Referral is letter of recommendation. That's a specific thing that is a thing when you're applying to residencies as well as dental schools. And that's going to give the program an idea of how much this oral surgeon, possibly a renowned oral surgeon, well known, recommends you to their program. And to become an oral surgeon, right? Because they spend time with you over your years through dental school, perhaps. Eric Nujaroj, what's an easy way to find match statistics for different dental schools? No, that's the question, isn't it? You can't find it. It doesn't exist yet. What Sean and I and our students in dentistry team, we created the pre-dent mentor map. We're in the process. We're getting current dental students for every dental school in the United States on that map as mentors. And what we need help with, we need to get more dental students. We're going to ask our dental student team that are mentors to pre-dental students on this map to include who matched to what specialties this year at every dental school in the United States. I need help. We need to grow a team. I need a liaison from every school in the United States. In fact, I got to make a video about this. I need a liaison dental student from every school in the United States. I need to get in touch with you, please, if you can help out. If you're listening to the podcast on the live, so we can get these match statistics onto the website, the pre-dent mentor map per each school, so that the future going into applying to dental schools and residencies have those numbers. All right, it's going to be huge. It doesn't exist right now. Let's do this and change the game. All right, guys, let me know, because there's a lot more coming with our students and dentistry team. Actually, that's true. You will be a part of the students dentistry team if you can do this. So let me know. Wolverix, Eric Najorko's, unfortunately, there is none. Yeah, exactly. Wolverix, there is none. We're going to create this, the pre-dent mentor map. We're going to do this. I need help getting a team from everyone through the keep up with Mar. Fiance and I scrolling through lives, had to pop in and say you're beautiful, respectfully. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. That's very kind of you. Actually, that's really important. Something so looks are one thing. I really tried to make content around content rather than cover, and I think it's a very important thing for us all to keep in mind. As we go through life, whenever you're gonna take a look at something, whether it's a book, literally a book, the cover versus content, like what's actually being talked about, or you could look at an Instagram influencer, if you will. Look at what the cover like don't look at the cover, look at the content. What are they actually putting out? Is it all about their looks, or are they just taking selfies in the mirror, trying to look cute with the kissy faces, showing off their butt, maybe shaking their butt on TikTok videos, versus putting out content to try to, improve others' lives, help other people out? I think that's really important, and I want to emphasize how crucial it is for anyone that's a content creator. Have a purpose behind your content. Have it. I recommend and I suggest make content. Anyone. You don't have to be an influencer. I'm not an influencer, right? But make content to help others, not just to look cute, trying to get follows and likes based on your looks and stuff. Just my thoughts, just my 2 cents. Omer, since I'd be coming from inland, do you think those letters of recommendation would be weak? So if you're coming from England, unfortunately, in the United States, you have to repeat 2 years of dental school to get your international dentistry degree before you can apply to OMFS. That's one of the rules that they have here. Duriel, did you have free time during your D1 year at Stony Brook? Because I heard it's very intense. It is very intense. Did I have free time? I mean, I would still go to the gym here and there when I could. I had to mow. It was my responsibility of my housemates. 5 of us who were dental students in the same dental school, and my responsibility was to mow the lawn. So I would do that on Fridays when I got home. Like fall and spring and summer. Yeah. Colleen, were you interested in any other specialties? Not really. No. Omer, do you think it's weird if I request the Dean of OMFS Residency on Instagram? Worth a shot, right? Underscore asked, are you working during the Super Bowl? No, I'm not next weekend. That's a good question. I'm actually not. I was off this last Sunday and next Sunday. Thank goodness. All right, friends. I think that's it. I'm going to pack it up. 32 minutes. I got to go eat dinner. Get ready for tomorrow. Thanks for coming on. I will be reposting this. Guys, the top 3 people who were on the live session with us today, I'm going to be posting the top 3 in the caption on YouTube and podcast. All right. In this podcast caption, I'm posting the top 3 listeners of the live session. I'll be doing that forever and so forth. I'll be mentioning what watch I wore in the caption as well. So, okay, really quick. Last 3 ones. Omer, appreciate it. You got it, man. Underscore, thanks. Have a good one. You got it. Luke Predental, do you think GPR is becoming more popular to do before specialty? No clue, just curious. More popular, not necessarily, but people that don't get in the first hand, they do a GPR and then reapply the next year. I am seeing that, yeah. Honey, how do you manage your time in undergrad, dental school, or in general? Time management, I have an app called To Do. I don't pay for it. It's free. It's by Microsoft. It's a to-do list, a calendar, a scheduler, and a folder so you can separate all your to-do stuff into folders, classes, whatnot. That's literally my key to how I manage everything. Groceries, got the laundry downstairs, live session, studied for 3 hours today for my boards in 2 weeks, stuff like that. Oh, also, guys, I got Twitch going on over there, right? There's I have a live Twitch session going on right now where you could just kind of watch me do my desk work or study, and then I can also answer your questions there too another time. All right, friends? All right. Love you guys. Thanks so much for signing on, coming on. We'll touch base soon. Check it out. This is TikTok Live number 20. I'll be putting out on YouTube channel podcast later. All right, friends. Have a good night. Happy Monday. Let's crush it the rest of this week. Let's do it.